Yo, what's going on, family? It's your boy, Trap Vision 3D, and we are back. It's Wednesday. I hope you guys had a great day. I see you guys have already jumped in the chat. I'm going to be checking Facebook periodically on my phone. Tonight's going to be very interactive, too. So I have a special guest today, right? And I will say this because two people mentioned earlier, they said, hey, when did Brad Pitt become an Invicta collector? And let me just say, Brad Pitt, he may have an Invicta, I'm not sure. But that was I took a picture of tonight's guest and I put an AI generator saying, hey, my guest introduces Brad Pitt. And that was the picture. It popped up and I put it in front of an Invicta store, right? And there we go. So let me see. We got Jay Jones, Vic, Corey, Oscar, and then we got Facebook. I'm going to be looking at you guys. I'm checking you out right now. Thank you guys for being here. We got Facebook. I'm going to be looking at you. My bad. Patrick Stark, man. What's going on, man? What's going on? So tonight, you guys share it out. Get your people in here because the guy that I'm about to bring up, you guys know him, you love him, man. He is the #1 collector of all times. You know what I'm saying? He's the best ambassador for us, you know. And I gave a hint. Some of y'all that caught my Instagram page, one of y'all guessed who it was. One of y'all, and I gave you the thumbs up. So if you're here tonight, you already know who is coming up. So I'm going to bring him up here in just a second. But I imagine that once I run this, you know, the intro screen, you're going to know who it is.
You have to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
What?
You have to purify yourself in Lake Minnetonka.
Hey, it's Ryan. Tonight's show is going to be so much fun.
Look like this. Hello, Ryan. How are you,
my
doing?
friend? Good to see you.
That was nice and smooth.
Now let's get started.
And there we go. We got my man, Ryan Johnson is in the building. What's going on, baby?
Hey, good to see you, man. Thank you again for having me on the show. Super happy to be here, just as always. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving life right now, enjoying myself.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight, bro. We're gonna have some fun tonight.
Indeed we are.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
So I do want to
before we go any further, if it's all right.
Yeah.
I would more than like you just see my
I see that international brand ambassador in Brad Pitt double.
yeah.
Hey, I just saw that, bro.
So here's the deal, man. Anytime that you want to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, you get your ass up here and I'll take you. My ass has been purified thousands of times in that lake.
Hey, man, I tell you what. Woo, we was about to leave somebody out there in the lake, too. Oh my gosh, bro. Man, y'all had to been there, man. That was amazing, man. I loved it. I love being up there. Minnesota's beautiful, man.
Well, and you guys were there at like the odd time. It was middle of March and there wasn't any snow. Everything was dead. Now everything is green and lush and just beautiful and amazing. Yeah.
So this is what we're going to do throughout this show. You did provide me a few watches. Now, let me get the background. The watches that you chose. Now, you guys will be able to go straight to like what I'm going to drop in the chat are actually watches that Ryan picked. Now, I would love for you to explain. Hold up, let me get over to this screen. The first watch is 687428. and that is a 50 millimeter pro diver, master of the ocean. So I think I have an answer for this, but like, why did you choose that particular piece, sir?
Well, of course, we have to have a pro diver as one of the watches here if we're talking about the cruise and just master of the oceans. I mean, come on, we're all going out on the ship. I think after so many cruises now, we've actually been masters of these cruises and also with the oceans out there. With this watch, there's only one color choice, and we're putting it out. I got the team to reduce it. The price is down on these 4 watches. It's down to $109.99. And quartz movement on the inside from, it is actually the Ronda Z60 is the movement on the inside. I love the silver tone along with the rose. My opinion is we just don't see enough rose out there. And just a little bit bigger watch of that 50 millimeters, just thought, you know what, let's just have pro diver out there. If people want to jump on it, go right ahead. Do you have the link then? Do you provide the link or how does that work?
So the link is in the chat right now.
Okay.
The link is in the chat right now, you guys. So the first watch is, of course, it's a pro diver. And hey man, I feel like you did that on purpose because I love pro divers.
Of course.
You have enabled, you know what?
I've done this to you a couple times before.
Of course you have. By show of hands, everybody that's in the chat right now, the guy that's on the screen, put a 1 in the chat if he's kind of put your arm behind your back, man, and you ordered a watch because of this guy. This guy right here. So RJ, I don't want to assume that everybody that's watching tonight know who you are, right? How long have you been an Invicta employee? Somebody that like an ambassador at Shop HQ?
Yeah. Well, I first became affiliated with the brand in 2006 up here, just being a part of the network. It was actually just at the time, it was a second job for me. I was working my day job. And then at night, I would come to the network overnights or weekends and just model the watches. And, watches was just, huge, even bigger than what it is now. At the category back then, other brands, we used to have multi-vendor hours and such. And I would just go on and I would just simply model the watches. I wasn't being a model, you don't talk, but I got to be familiar with a lot of the different brands, and Invicta especially just really stood out to me. And then back in 2011, the CEO of Invicta reached out to me. There was a phone call. I didn't know where it was. I knew it was a South Florida number. I let it go to voicemail. And, the next day, I checked the voicemail, and it was AL. And he said in the voicemail, "Hey, let's talk. I would like you to represent the brand," because he was traveling back and forth from Florida quite a bit to do shows, and he just needed to focus more on just the everyday business dealings with the company. And so back in September 2011, I was officially full-time with Invicta, then as the international brand ambassador, and have been now ever since.
Okay. Probably helped buy lots of watches. I love viewing the watch videos on Shop Before Buying.
Thank you, Adam.
That and everybody speaking to Felix, everybody, and that's what what is crazy, because this is like shop chat, right? So while you guys are, you and Jen Vic and whoever you hosting with, the chat be going crazy, bro. The chat is going crazy. So
I mean, the chat's been great here. Just it's just been getting bigger and bigger and just more interactive out there, and it's amazing. I love it.
Okay, Vic is in the chat, Mr. Fan. So I call Godfather Mr. Fantastic too.
Yes.
He's like, "How you doing, Godfather?" Fantastic. How you doing, Ryan and Jen? You looking
fantastic. And the thing you don't know about that is every time that we say fantastic, when he asks how we're doing, he always giggles afterwards. It's great.
He is, in tonight, I know we're going to touch a little bit on some stuff, man.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say this, bro. I was discussing with a collector today, our relationship, how we got started and everything. And it's been a great partnership, friendship, and the text messages and just seeing how each other is doing. And this is so much bigger than just a watch at this point. This is so much bigger, man. And bro, you've always been a great friend and everything, man. But I told you I've told you a million times. Now you are seeing a new generation of collectors. Like you got, so for example, you got Watch Junkie, you got Felix, you got Scott. Like these are the me, Vic, and John of 2017, 2018. Like these the new guys. You know what I'm saying? They taking over, man. And your boy Felix is in the chat right now, and you know he is like the #1 collector. But here's the deal: you've seen my battles, Ryan. You've witnessed the battles.
I have.
You're going to be one of my judges on this cruises for the battle. So,
all right, I'm in.
Whoever is going to go, and this is going to be a pivotal moment for whomever. Now, I need people not to be scared and timid about this, man, because listen, I understand I've had, I don't know how many battles. I have to check back. I've battled three, 4 times already. Vic has battled. He won. Come on. And you know what? I'm going to say that was a huge battle, the one we did in New York. So, but this one, bro, on the ship, me and you're going to be one of my judges. Felix is going to be there. So Felix may have gotten to that point where he battles somebody on the cruise. This is going to be like the WWE, man. Like this is the NFL. Like this is it. This is the playoffs, man.
Cage match. Yeah.
Oh, bro, it's about to go. It's about to be ugly, man. It's about to be ugly. Let me see. Okay, thank you. Space G's 95 is in there. Everybody's saying like Ryan has enabled many of us to buy. Jay Jump. I'm not even, you know what, Jay? I'm gonna give you the night off tonight, bro. I'm not even about to.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Let's show them some love. Yes, sir. So let's go back to 2006. I heard you was on a podcast like 2 months ago with your boy. What's his last name? Wilsey?
Oh, we'll see. That was actually that was well over a year ago. I think it was two different episodes.
Oh,
and,
no, he must have just dropped it. So I saw it, or I heard it. And he was talking about like you brought, and I saw the video where you gave him like this long pixie stick or something like that.
Yes. actually, and so it was like I had this. Like we were in the middle of the night, and you know, there's a little bit more, I guess, freedom to be creative. And so we'd have a little bit of fun to just kind of get through the overnights and everything. And so we would always, you know, write notes to each other while we're talking, you know, but still like on point with everything. But then I decided, I don't know what made me think of it, but I found a pixie stick, and it was like probably 2.5 feet long. And so I had it up my sleeve. I had it up the sleeve of my jacket. And so all of a sudden then I kind of reached out and I pulled out this big pixie stick. It was like, you know, 2.5 feet long. Jeez. And so he shot it on air. It was awesome. And he took it, this big pixie stick, and he went up as an angle. And all of a sudden, like the sugar didn't come down. And then all of a sudden it came down in one fell swoop. And I mean, the thing was like, you know, the pixie stick was big.
Yeah, bro, I saw it, bro.
And all of a sudden, then all the sugar went down, and I saw his eyes just completely bug out. And then I saw like it was sugar smoke, like a poof of smoke, just of sugar smoke just come out of his mouth. And I knew then I had to take over for a while.
Bro, you almost killed that man.
and still to this day, let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Still to this day, I have the screen capture of that, and it is the phone. It is the contact for.
So when he call you,
it shows up full. Yeah, let me see. Oh no! What did he do? He changed it. How can I get back to my old photo? He changed it. Oh, I have to go back and figure that out. Anyways, but yeah, that was great. You know, I had a lot of overnight shows. I mean, back then, people probably don't know this, is that the network was live 24/7. Like what we used to do when I was modeling, and then also just starting with Invicta, when we had the top values, it dropped every night at 11 p.m. Central, 12 o'clock Eastern. And so then you'd go like, the whole hour, or you, depending on what the quantities were and how fast things were selling, you would go and talk about the watch, maybe you come back to it, and then it goes to something else. But you would come on maybe at 4 a.m. for like 10 minutes, and it didn't matter what show it was. Host could be selling sheets live at 4 a.m, like, maybe like Wendy Rousseau back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be on the first part of that show for like 10 minutes and talking about the top value. And then they would go on with the sheets then for the rest of the show. I think I thought it was good in one reason, because I think it's important, like for the network, is to just not have the customers there just be vertical in vertical categories. Like you probably just buy watches, you don't buy sheets, you don't buy electronics or anything else like that. And so I think it was a way to try to cross promote. But yeah, I mean, it was insane. Like I look back now and just like, how did we ever do that? Like, how could we, you take a nap, get up for 10 minutes, go back, and then you might have like a 2-hour block from 9 to 11 in the morning, have another couple hours off, and you go again. I mean, it's different when you're on air, because you're always thinking, you're always trying to think of what you're going to say next. How does this watch differentiate from everything else that I've presented? What do I have to talk about like this to see if people are interested in it? The directors are talking to you, the producers are talking to you, which camera do you have to be on? So it's like, you don't get a break. People at jobs will be like, you know what? I've been working for a little bit here. I'm just going to just do some shopping on Amazon for a little bit. I'm going to check my social media. There's none of that. And so if it's like a 3-hour shift, your brain is done. It's like you worked a 12-hour shift at the office. It's just like, and that's what people don't understand. And like, you weren't there that first night. You were coming up the following morning, but the other 3 guys that came up to visit for the weekend, they were very impressed, because like Walker, especially, he's like, I thought you guys all had teleprompters and stuff. And there's no, it just says cell number 3. And then Travis from Indiana on the phone in a monitor. That's it. So, I mean, yeah. But yeah, I mean, where we start with that? Oh yeah, just back in the days and stuff. I mean, it was different, and it was, but it's just, they do the reruns at night, and that's fine. So.
Okay. Speaking of which, man, I'm glad Walker made it out of his surgery great.
Yes.
Unscathed, healing up, man. He now has a titanium skull, ladies and gentlemen. He is good to go. But no, seriously, yes. I was looking at that on Facebook, man. I was like, yo, sometimes we go about our busy lives, man, and like sometimes we need to take time to like check on each other, stuff like that. He did give you and Jen a big shout out. I did see that, man.
I saw that. Yep.
Bro, but you always engage with, like, you're always involved, like past the watches, man. So that's what I love about you, bro. Like, it's bigger than the watches. It's bigger than the watches. But seeing that we're talking about watches, but I mean,
it's bigger than watches. When you guys came up for the weekend, we talked watches maybe 5-10%. I know you went through all my watches, you organize them, but it was just all other stuff and laughing. And I mean, it's all about that, Walker says it too. It's all about that fellowship and, just the community. And that's what it really is. And that's, what I'm really looking forward to with this upcoming cruise coming up in November, is to just see everybody out there, say hi, catch up, meet new people, make new friends out there, and just further everything. That's, to me, a huge thing of what it is. And the thing is, like, I do it because I love it. I love it.
Yes.
And that's just,
I know.
I don't think everybody's quite like that, but I just go outside of, what I'm supposed to do. And I have to do this, but I want to do this. I want to do these cruises. I want to go to these events and see people.
I could tell you, you got an A in my book, because we went through that phase where we were like, okay, what's going on in the shop? As a customer, I'm like, but you carried that ship regardless of what was going on. And man, I commend you. A lot of us, man, commend you. And like, our biggest worry was like, yo, if they pull him out of here, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not coming back. Godfather said his camera will be in overdrive. We know, bro.
Oh yeah. He'll be taking thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures during the course.
I warn you guys, if you are in a compromised position on that ship, Godfather is going to capture you. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. He actually he gets up early in the morning too. He
Yeah.
gets up early and he's taking photos, I think, of the sunrise and everything else. I mean, he is always moving around.
Felix said you went out your way to check him on the last cruise.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
And I remember it was his birthday. He was out in the hot tub on the back of the ship there, kind of a private thing. And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go get him a shot and do one with him out there. We did a shot of tequila on his birthday before everything started.
We need some of those on Watch Crunch, bro. Hey, yeah. When is the cruise? It is November. So there's two different cruises now. There's two cruises. One is in September, and the other one is in November. November 3rd through the 11th, I believe. And the West Side cruise is departing out of California.
Yeah, Long Beach. And the hold on one second, just the dates are, man, it's coming up fast. The dates for September. Oh shoot, I don't have that in there. It's I can tell you in a second here. I just don't want to give the wrong date. So
Right.
give me 1 second.
No, you good. What's up, everybody? It all started with a watch. Yes, sir, it did, and now it's family. Yeah, Jay Jones. Yeah.
No, it is. Let's see,
Most
West
definitely.
Coast.
West Coast. Definitely that. What's going on Facebook? I'm looking at you right now.
September 7th through the 14th.
7th through the 14th. Okay.
Yeah, and if you're interested in that one, those that are watching, send me an email at invictacollectors@gmail.com. That's invictacollectors@gmail.com. Or if you're just tuning in here randomly and you want to know about the East Coast Collaborative in November, send the email also.
Yep.
I'll get back to you tonight.
We'll definitely get down with that. So I know you got started because of your grandfather's pocket watch with just loving watches and stuff like that. So let's go back to 2006. Do you still have some of those watches? Because I've seen your whole collection. So you know what I'm saying? But do you still have some of those original watches, or are they gone?
Like from back in 2006. Yeah, because before I started, I picked up on some other watches. I mean, so when I turned 8, my grandfather gave me a pocket watch. I still have it. Okay. I still have that timepiece, and it's just in a small little watch box that I have with some other watches that I had from growing up. I remember I had a Nautica watch when I was, in my late teens, early 20s, because I was captaining boats and I was working, and I always wanted to make sure, you didn't have cell phones back then. So I always had to make sure I was working 3 jobs to pay for my own school and schooling. And so I always had to be at places on time. So I always had something on my wrist. I always felt normal. I mean, there's random days that I'm running out the door and for some reason I forgot a watch, and it just feels like the most awkward thing to me. But some of the other brands I did pick up on. Back then it was like Ronda was a really big company there at the network too. Android was, and so when I started with Invicta, Invicta is my number one, and I just end up giving the watches to my dad, like the watch brands that I had. Give it to him that he could wear them, and whether it's Invicta. But I'll tell you, my dad's built up a pretty good collection over the last many years too. He's probably I bet he's at a couple dozen.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one watch he wears quite a bit. It's a Pro Diver Reserve with a Valjoux 7750 in it. He even tell me, he's like, "Hey, look at what I got the other week." And then I size it for him. I'm like, "Oh, Dad, that was pretty cool." And
that's crazy. You know what? Because I just reached down and I wouldn't have had this one without you. Pro Diver with the Valjoux.
Yep.
Bro. I would not have this watch if it wasn't for you, man. And I absolutely love this piece, man. It's in my special box. I'll show you the box because you actually signed the box on the the Maryland group cruise. And in this box, I have 3 of my special pieces. One anniversary piece, all diamonds, just under 3 carats. The watch that you gave me, the very first, right there.
Yeah.
And then of course that one right there, man. So this is my special box. This one always stay close when I'm doing shows and stuff like that. If somebody asks me like, "Hey, you got any Invictus to show?" I'm like, "Yep, right here. Let's get it." So 1 3. Hey, Beamer's in the building. Hey, RJ.
Yeah.
So this guy right here, I don't know if you follow him on Instagram. This is a page you want to check out. It's 135 I Pocket Rocket, but he's Beamer on Instagram. And yo, his collection is it's crazy far out, bro.
Okay.
Like, I love
what is it on Instagram?
Huh?
It's
you know what? I'm gonna drop it in the chat. His collection is so great, man. He did a whole, like, the characters. He has like Batman, and man, his collection is crazy. I love watching his hold up, let me get his handle real quick. And I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
There we go.
All right, so yeah, I just dropped his Instagram handle in the chat.
Okay. Oh, there. Got it.
So okay, Oscar, I saw your question. Any plans of Invicta making any pocket watch? Are those still
we have? I think we still have some. Let me see here. Open.
No problem.
Yeah, we should be. We should still have more pocket watches coming out. I know Glenn's been asking for a couple too, like a tourbillon version, which would be super cool.
Okay, so let's we can do another, like, some more history, and we'll go, like, periodically. I'll pull out those other watches that you sent me. The links, we'll drop those. But I want to show you a watch that I considered a Lido deck killer on any cruise, and it's this piece right here.
Oh yeah.
And that right there is an official Black Label piece right there. Y'all see back there. I've always considered this to be one of, like, this was what really I saw a lot of these in 2018. And bro, like, I said I had to get one. So I want to pick your brain, bro. What are you considering? What watches are you bringing to the cruise?
Just so happens I have a few here.
Okay.
Filled up a briefcase. So a couple of them that I'm thinking of, and I got to still sort of go through. Godfather has 39 pocket watches.
Man, that's impressive.
I'm thinking, well, because on one of the cruises, one of the big watches that we had were the Chaoses with the Meccano R150. We had the mother of pearl dial, we had the meteorite dial, and also the diamond dial versions. So I was thinking I'm going to bring.
Oh,
beauty.
Yeah, you got to bring the Chaos. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Another one I haven't sized yet. I'm going to size it. Is actually the Fade on a Grand Diver. So.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yep.
I'm trying to get where the
next time I come up there, we're gonna have a sizing party.
Yeah. And then this is pretty cool because like with the shark and everything, not many people know about this watch. It's got the 7750 on the inside. It's a black Mako with black spinel all the way around the bezel.
That sucker sweet, boy.
And another one's going to be probably, well, I think the Bolt Zeus Magnum, because that was another cruise watch. That was a huge thing that everybody was waiting for the last night. We just blew it out of there. Subaqua #1. This is the very first watch that we actually put an Abalone shell in. So we had diamond hour markers, numbered limited edition to 2000. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to have that one with me. And I'll show you a couple more. This one was the first watch we ever did the Ronda Z60 in, which was back in 2013. And it was a Reserve Pro Diver with the neon apatite.
I knew you was gonna pull that one out.
Yeah. Okay. Now here's one that I'm gonna have to wear, because if I even want to be in the same room with Tony White, I I have to have this on, right?
I'm telling you what.
That's just I have to be if I want to be in the same room as that guy, I have to have this watch on. So right.
Tony White is not playing, bro. That man, bruh, that he is not playing, dude. Like he's the one. I'm like, okay, I got at least one watch that can be in the room with him on one night. That's it. Anything else, I'm toast. I'm not messing with him, man. That dude, man, his collection is crazy, bro.
And then, of course, then I'm going to have this watch too. It's one of my favorites, and I could be with Tony in this watch too. And these are the real. That's the real deal.
Woo! Yep.
Limited edition to 100.
Yep.
Yep.
Y'all, hey, y'all, I seen that watch. I held it and touched it. Yep, all that good stuff. that one right there. Oh, speaking of which, you know what we didn't do? Customary wristwatch check. So I do have on my sub one.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. What you
I
got?
I have on a Ripsaw with the
Ripsaw jump. Yeah,
Ripsaw
bro.
with the diamonds.
Look at everybody. I can't mess with none of you guys. Jay Jones, man, bro. You know what? I've never seen somebody buy as many watches as Jay Jones, man. Dude, he man. He should have stock, man. This man is buying like 7 to 8 watches per week, bro. That man is killing it.
That's insane.
Yeah, but I know he loves it. He absolutely loves it, man. And that's one thing. I hadn't done an Invicta review in a while, and this week I want to dedicate it to, you know what I'm saying, to Invicta watches, man. Because one of my people commented, they said, hey, somebody new came in and they asked, do people still collect Invicta? And I was like, I put in there, I said, well, contrary to popular belief, bro, they had over 14 million customers last year in 2023. So yes, they're still, I mean, you can get them either on Shop HQ, you got websites you can get them from, Costco, like you can find an Invicta watch. And of course, the cruises, every cruise just about has an Invicta store on it.
I think there are 135 cruise ships that have Invicta watches on them. So it's a big business for Invicta, are the cruise ships.
And so Vic has this running gag, man, where like that's his final offer. You know what I'm saying? 117.23 for that. Like it's oh my gosh. Vic, get out of here. Like, you know, he go crazy. And of course, you I think you influenced him.
Where did he come up with 117.23? Like what's the significance behind that?
You had to be on that show, bro.
Did he forget to put the 5 first, or
that's the lowest offer, man. That's the bid. That's always Vic has been bidding that number. I want to say for 2 years now. Like, man, he has been so consistent. Dang near, he went, I'm gonna say about 25 lives I had. If he saw a watch, he would say, I'll give you 117.23 for that. I want to say for 2 years running, man. He has been doing that. He said, I saw that comment. Yeah, bro, you crazy, man.
I'm just looking over here too.
I'll have to bring my Chaos Diamond to be twins with RJ. Yes, bro.
Yes.
Oh, let me see. What is Felix saying? Godfather, you know the item number by chance for that Chaos?
Well, I could tell you right now. I have it right here. Which one? It was the Chaos, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. So these aren't my glasses, but they work.
Mm-hmm.
These are big old frames. Let me see. Oh boy.
That changed your whole look.
It totally did. I'm trying to find the number. Dang. Okay. Of course, it's always on like the last part. Oh, here. Model number, I think 32142. You want to check that? 32142.
Let's see.
I think I think it's 32042.
Okay, I was gonna say because that was a burrito.
Yeah, 32042.
042. Okay, yeah, that is a chaos. Let me see where is it available. Okay. Let's see here.
Ryan went from Brad Pitt to Lee Majors with them glasses. I want to see The Fall Guy, that new movie.
Did you see it?
No, not yet, but I heard it's good.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Shop is completely out of that watch.
Yeah,
It's sold out. And the only place I see it right now is on eBay. So yeah.
Okay. The funny thing is these glasses, Trav, they're not mine. I was at the network and I needed some glasses, and Jen had some, and so I borrowed them, but I forgot to give them back. So been using them because they work really well, and so she's gonna have to come and get these if she wants them back.
Does Invicta plan to bring new designs with the graffiti?
I don't know yet. Actually, I'll put that in my notes over here.
They redid the Chaos without the R150. They did. Okay, Fall Guy was a good movie. Okay, I will go see that because I used to watch that, man. I loved the Fall Guy back in the day.
I remember the beginning. I remember the beginning was really cool, like the intro to the show. I can't remember the song. What was the song? But I've seen ladies plenty or something like that.
Yeah, that's further.
Hey, I jumped from a tall building, fall from something like that.
Because he always start off with the snap. And kiss and tell, but hey. Now hold up, man. You know what? I'm not gonna be satisfied till I hear it. All right, let's see.
Kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything less than
So
fine.
Name Bo. Yeah. So I used to love this. I used to love this right here. Ronda is discontinuing the R150. Huh? I heard that. You mentioned that last time, bro. But I know that they would like the company's working on a different movement. I don't know if it's pure mechanical or another automatic. I saw that in a watch forum that the Ronda company is working on another movement.
I haven't heard yet. So
yeah, I thought he looked like Clark Kent. Super.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man.
Here, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that.
Hyphy movement. Get out of here, Vic. Get out of here. That's crazy. All right, so bro, I did get that video, man. So the cruise, bro, the cruise. I want to just pick your brain, bro. What is like one of the few things that you're looking forward to on this cruise, this upcoming one, on either one of them, actually?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm excited to go on both of them, West Coast and then East Coast. I'm actually going on another cruise here mid-July. So,
really?
Yeah, okay. I'm going out of Port Canaveral here for a week-long cruise also. So just some work stuff.
Oh, are you piloting the ship?
I wish that would be. I wouldn't mind doing that. So I have that one coming up, and then the two. But the thing is, Travis, it's a big thing. I mean, we talked about before is simply just seeing everybody out there. That we've we've met before and are friends, or seen on the chat, or just organically meeting everybody else out there. And that's the big thing for me, is to do that. Another thing though, too, is I'm excited about is the expos, to see the watches, because I mean, that's a big deal. Like, people are bringing out their watches, customers, friends are bringing out their watches. They have pride with them. really means something to them, and
Right.
that's going to be really cool to be able to see and everything. You know, when we're talking about what was it? What we were talking? You and I were talking. What were we talking about? Yeah, the Bacardi factory tour.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be
Definitely.
cool.
Definitely doing that. Oh, and then I have to get with Godfather too, because I'm actually gonna go scuba diving. Oh, I'm doing one of those excursions. I am going to break in. I'm taking one of my watches, one of my Invicta pieces, and we're going down below. I am definitely doing that. Godfather told me to let him know, because he's going to bring his camera equipment, right? So I'm excited about that, because I didn't get a chance. So Godfather did it on, I think, the 2020 cruise. So I'm taking you know what? I think I'm gonna do it in this, because he took a picture. He had his Subaqua number 3 on. I believe he had a dragon cutout. And I have one, but I want to do it in this one, because I like this. This is probably right now, until I get another one. This is my favorite Subaqua number 1 of all time.
Yeah, you know, a funny story was, man, it was like I think it was 2016 when we were out of the Hard Rock. I can't remember for sure, but I think it was the Hard Rock, and Justin, Tim Temple, and I went out on a boat to do some snorkeling or whatever. And Tim remained in the boat, and Justin and I were snorkeling. And and I remember what watch I had. I had on my Grand Diver, 2-tone with an open heart and a dial. So it was pretty shiny. And all of a sudden, like 30 feet away, I saw, like, just on the surface, I saw this, like, just down a few feet, and then 30 feet ahead was like this fish just kind of luring there, this narrow fish. And I was like, what is that? And all of a sudden, Jay-Z just, like, he was on the side of me. He, like, swam, like, in front of me and, like, just started deadbolting back. I'm like, what? I'm just, like, pointing, and this big flashy watch, because I'm just not far from the surface. Wow. It was a freaking Barracuda.
Oh!
And I mean, you know, I didn't really know much from whatever, you know, I'm more of a lake guy. You know, I've been out in the ocean, I've driven boats in the ocean, but not, like, you know, I'm not all that familiar back then, you know, Barracuda. But then I come to find out, I was telling AL about that, and he's like, yeah, AL said the one creature that he fears in the ocean is the Barracuda.
Oh my
gosh,
bro.
The razor teeth.
Yeah.
They're freaking fast. Like,
yeah, I'll be watching those nature shows, man. Like that, I ain't messing with that thing, bro.
Oh no, I'm not messing. If I see it, or they say down in the islands of the Bari, you got the Bari. Like,
yeah,
nope,
man.
Nope, not for this guy.
Okay, so I want to. All right, guys. So RJ went ahead and talked to the people over at Shop HQ, man, and so we have a couple of watches here for you. We actually got 4 in total. So the next one is going to be the Subaqua Poseidon. So I am actually going to put that in the chat. And these are active links. The prices have been adjusted. Yes. Thanks to Ryan. You know what I'm saying? They have been lowered for you guys. So that one, I actually have this watch. I have this watch, the Subaqua Poseidon.
Right.
Which I remember when you guys brought that out. I absolutely love that watch.
Well, that's the thing, and you know, another watch too, just going along with that whole theme, Poseidon, you know, the god of the seas and everything. We had to have one of those as the watches that were, that are available there. So,
and you know, the thing I thought was real interesting about that, when you guys put the cable that went around, and I said, oh, now that's different. It's like you guys added so many different layers to this watch, man. This is crazy. I like that. The dragon scales and everything. What's up, Mr. Wood? Robert Wood is in the building.
Yes, he's look at Oscar and Godfather are saying the Barracuda are extremely fast and attracted to shiny objects, which,
man, he was about to take your wrist off, bro. Yep. Man, and Jay-Z knew it.
He knew it. I was just like, hey, what? There's a cool fish.
Oh man. Okay, so this Now, RJ, do you remember last year I had asked you, I said, did you see that fire opal looking pro diver? You was like, no, I think I sent you a picture of it. This watch, so I'm gonna act. Let me copy this real quick. I'm gonna drop this in the chat for anybody that has yet and to look at this or to see this watch. Invicta literally did a whole different plating, so it's like a fire looking color.
Fire amber, yeah.
Fire amber. I just dropped it in the chat. So you guys check that out.
Yep.
Click on that. Look at that watch. That watch is crazy.
I think that watch would look super hot dressed in all white. And then you have that watch on, man.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the thing. Because I can speak for Invicta Collectors. You get one watch and then it's like, oh, I love this. But you know what? It'll be even better. Like you go to the next one. It's like you didn't even go through the honeymoon phase. You're on to the next, man. And I know you get that all the time, man. Are you still doing the Invicta Collectors thing on like Gmail, taking ideas and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Invicta Collectors at Gmail. That's the best way. I'll just see what I can do in terms of submitting. I don't do customer service though. I do have to say that because people will copy me on emails, and it's just that's just something that I don't have the time for that, and I'm not trained in that appropriately. So, there are other people that will handle that. If you just reach out to either Shop HQ or Invicta directly, depending on what it is.
I think that would be a funny segment though.
What's that?
If they had you in those glasses and you were answering phones, just handling like all the customer service issues and stuff like that. If they did that during the live, they said RJ is no longer selling watches. He's in the call center right now, and they just showed you back there. That would be fun.
Got the big boom going right there, and just like
Because man, you know what, bro? I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite shows was Bulldog. That was so different. That was so different, man. And that era, man, I hate that it's gone, but that's when we got introduced to Jen. And Jen Vick came through, man. She was amazing.
Yeah, and she's out of the original Bulldog crew. She's the one who's still around.
Okay, let me see. What did you say, Trap? The link before this one brought me to a glycine at Invicta stores. Really?
Yeah, the first time you dropped that link for that fire amber was it went to like a red airman on Invicta stores. Which is fine.
My bad, y'all. That's my personal link. My fault. That wasn't intentional, but I can't blame that on you that I'm a glycine guy. Mr. Sailcloth is in here. He's the one that really got my attention to buying as many glycines as possible. But hold on, let me get back to download that again.
Oh, it came through the second time around, Travis.
Oh, did it? Okay.
I think Vic also read. Oh, what did Vic click on? What did he have? Ooh,
what's this? Hold up.
Vic.
What Vic do?
He just has a reserve Bolt Magnum Tria, an as-is model.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, welcome in, Trapper. Okay, I got that. Gasp and swoon. Who is that? Who said that? Megazoid. Okay. That's crazy. So are we doing I'm gonna put a challenge out there to all the fellas. Drop the link for the Poseidon. Okay, I got you. I got a challenge for all the fellas that will take this push-up contest. I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'll say 7 people all in a row across the Lido deck. First one to stop is buying drinks.
Ooh.
That's all I'm gonna say. First one, stop buying drinks. It don't
Buys
matter how
around.
many you do. The first one that can't do another push-up, you're buying drinks. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
So can I do my push-ups like super slow if I'm going to
Hey.
do 20, and then you're on your 100? And I remember this guy right here. This guy. When I met him, was it 2018?
Yup, 2018.
2018 comes up. I was doing a photo session. He's like, "Hey, you still doing that? You still doing that push-up contest you're all talking big about in the show?" And I'm like, and I like, grab his shoulder and stuff. And I felt how big and freaking solid it was. I was like, nope.
Hey, and it was Kenny was like, you're doing it.
Yeah, and then so we go down and like I'm doing 30. I was really impressed with myself. And I'm looking over at Travis. And Travis is like still just he's going up clapping in between. He's like taking his hands and going like this. And I'm like, how many until you get tired? Like I remember a number as well. And when do you get fatigued? He's like, and Travis said 120. I'm like, 120?
Yeah.
So then I just sat on his back and then he just kept on doing push-ups.
Yep. Hey, so I got the clip when we did the push-ups on what was that, the last cruise? I think it was the last cruise. So hold up.
I think it was the 2020. Yeah. This is a couple of years after. In my defense, I had just done 500 push-ups a few minutes before that. So I just wanted to try to make it fair.
Oh my gosh, bro. Hey, Robert Wood said, I'll just buy drinks up front because if I get down to do a push-up, I won't get up.
Well, just hand us your credit card or just hand us your badge before you do, Robert.
Yeah, man. I believe we're gonna do it. Have you ever done a bar crawl before?
I haven't, but I know what they are. I've done a poker run, which is the same thing in a sense.
Yeah.
Where I've been on the go fast boats and you go from one destination to another and you get a drink and you pick up a card. But yeah, the bar crawl, just like
it's same. So it's the same concept. It's the same concept. And you can do so a bar crawl, you can literally you can play the card game to get it started, right? And like you'll have a deck of cards and whoever picks a certain card, like if you call it, you will just sit back, you won't drink, everybody else has to drink or whatever. It just depends on how you want to play the game. But you're literally going to each bar, but you do have to let them know that you're going to do it. So they'll have everything ready for you. So you go from one bar, you get your drinks, go to the next, get your drinks, go to the next, go to the next. And then you end on the last game or whatever. I did it on a cruise last year, not cruise. And I went from the last bar, I went back to my room because I was twisted. I said, yeah, I'm done. I had to take a nap.
So here, what about this? Could we do this for those who want to take part of it? So like with the ones I've done, the poker runs, you can either go to, you go to different destinations, you just go on the boat to a destination and then you can get a card there and you might have a drink or maybe not. Or you stop like in the middle of the lake where a boat is and you have to pick a card, but it's all in an envelope. And then at the end of the thing, because these big poker runs are for local charity of smaller towns. Okay. And there's an entry fee and everything. So then whoever has the best poker hand then wins the grand prize, which is cash or whatever. They usually donate it back to the charity. But could we set something up like that, maybe where everybody puts in $20?
You know what? I'm down for that.
And then have like the best hand wins 50%, second and third win the other 25% of the entry or something like that.
Okay. All right.
I don't know, just an idea for those who want to take part.
I'm down
Maybe
for
we have a
that.
special wristband for those who, just partake in it. And then at the end, you have to make it through all 5. It's going to be 5-card stud. So,
Okay. You know what? That's cool. I mean,
just an
because
idea.
I can provide some armbands, bro. Like we can knock that out, no
For those
problem.
who participate. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Just
no
an idea.
problem. Hey, so let me ask you this outside of this. I mean, and I've mentioned this before. Anytime you come up here, I mention that you do charity work. And I remember a silent auction you did for a military vet. I don't know if he had passed away or whatever. I think because I know you had gave in the honor of somebody. Ooh, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I know it's been a while. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I was
trying
like,
to remember myself. Yeah.
I said, you know what? That's crazy because I've always worked in that area where like I either, I wanted to help, but then when I got this channel, I said, shoot, man, why not just host my own? You know what I'm saying? So I jumped on the cancer stuff, and then I do one for vets. I got another one actually coming up. I'll talk about that later. But what charitable sources do you go to now? What is your go-to? Like, who do you like to support?
Well, so there are 2 that I continually support monthly. One of them is Tunnel to Towers is one of them, and that goes with the vets that have actually been wounded and stuff, and they'll pay off the mortgages for the families and stuff like that for the wounded vets.
Right. Okay.
Or those that have perished, or it can also go to first responders. I think it's tpt.org. And then also another one that I do is it's St. Jude. I mean, it's like those kids.
I do St. Jude too every year. I do
those kids that just they've never done anything wrong, and they're stricken with big medical complications or disease, and just to help them out. And there are other things that I do just in terms of just randomly gifting and stuff. And I don't know if it's out where you guys are too. But I just keep, I'll just say, I keep money in my car because there's a lot of people up here that are standing on the corners and stuff that, sometimes are with their family and everything. And, I'll help them out, it's just, and people will say, well, isn't that like, do you think they're scammers or whatever? And the thing is, I don't care. Even if it's 20% of those people, if it's helping someone out to have a meal, or just a warm place to stay for the night or something, and that I'm still good with it.
Okay.
So
I commend you on that one, bro. I think it's always good to give back because we always it's with watch collectors. We always talk about like what's the next watch. We talk about what I'm saying, like bigger collections. In the chat right now, sailcloth is the going theme now. So just letting you know. We'll get back into the chat what we're talking about. But right now, we have a request of Invicta putting watches on sailcloth. It's just, it's a thing, bro. It's a thing.
Okay.
Sailcloth City. So he said, I got the Subaqua Joker in today. Felix did. St. Jude donate.
Yep. And I think Tunnel to Towers is tpt.org, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have something special. So RJ, so what I normally do, bro, like when people start donating stuff like that, I'll always have something. So I'm actually going to be doing a donation or a drive for vets in 2 different spots, 2 different counties. One is like in my county, but then one is right outside. It's like 45 minutes away from me. They do the same thing. They provide shelter for vets, and people don't know this. This is one of the reasons why I got my house. When I came back, I was in an apartment, and I was paying a stupid amount of money for an apartment. And one of the ladies there said, "Hey, we have a soldier that came back from Iraq that's having some issues, rehabilitating and all this, that, and the other. So we want to give him something special." So they had a meeting and they said, "Hey, we got a thing that you can go get your house. You can build your own house." And I was like, "What?" So yeah, that's how I got my house now, is through those services, man. And So I always get like anybody that want to donate to that. You can't expect the government to fill in because as a veteran, they don't always fill in. Bare minimum. Yeah, and I'm just saying that's not rumor mill. I've been a vet for a long time. So yeah.
And as always, just appreciate yours and everybody's service here. Man, I can't say enough,
No, man, I appreciate, man, bro, because you always doing stuff. You always engaged, always, you know what I'm saying? Like just knocking it out the box, man. So at this point, I want to drop the link for the last one, the very last watch that you sent me, which is a special watch. And it is the Invicta Masterpiece Gladiator 58 millimeter, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful watch. They do have one available. There were two colors, but this one is a black and silver tone.
Yeah, this is a black and silver tone version that's ready. You have the 50/50C for the movement on the inside. It's actually a movement that I really, really like. Of course, then with that Masterpiece too, you're getting get that sapphire crystal. And then it's all done on that bracelet. I really like how that black just pops with that Franco chain that goes for the bezel and also up and down the bracelet and around the case.
Okay. Hey, bro, that's my most viewed video is my Gladiator.
Really?
49,000 views, bro.
Wow.
49,000 views, bro. Like people, and then of course, you got the people that's like, I don't really like it. It's an Invicta. It's too big. I was like, hey, say what you want. 49,000 people thought it was dope, and then some of you guys, you only make up a small percentage of the people that don't like it, but you still watch it. So thank you so much.
Funny thing is they're typically the most vocal too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I commend you, bro. You keep a straight face, bro, because I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You got to sit through hours of TV and you showcasing stuff, and then you got the stuff that you drop on Instagram. I read through some of those comments, bro. I'm like, man, and you take it on the chin, you keep posting, you like, I can see you smiling through all the stupid comments.
I could destroy them.
Oh my gosh, bro.
But I don't. I just like whatever, It's weird though, because I've noticed on some of my posts recently that have gotten more attention, likes and shares and everything. I don't get what it is, because like the first half of the comments, you can go look back on some of the last few, are all positive. And then all of a sudden it just totally flips. And a majority of it is just all negative after. And I'm just like, man, well, Abe, if you don't like what we do, why are you even following me, and why are you even taking the time?
I don't know,
man. When are you gonna ever upgrade from dial-up internet? Like, just
I saw that comment, man. There's people that don't see value in home shopping network, right? But you guys are across the board. Like people watch you everywhere, and I remember this was last year, that number I got, the 14 million. Lynn Shocker said that during she said we had, like, Invictus had over 14 million customers pop in. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah. And you get the luxury report for the Swiss brands. You don't get like, I listened to a rep for Citizen. Citizen sales, like Citizen is outdoing everybody on sales for the most part. That is a world-renowned brand. But like you don't see like a Seiko, you don't see the Citizen. The only reason I know some of the numbers is because I talk to the vendors. I go to these stores and stuff. I'm talking to them, so they're telling me the numbers directly. But I'm like, and I'm pretty sure there's something that you can go find these numbers at. But bro, I applaud you for what you do, man. Because I don't know if I could do it.
Well, the thing is, like, and the thing is, if I had the expectation that everybody loved everything that I presented, or they loved me or whatever, you're just fooling yourself. People prefer different things or different people and everything else. And I just, there's some people that if they get one negative comment, it's all they focus on. It's like, just forget about it. Like, just focus on the 1,000 other complimentary comments you got. Just, just let that ass clown be. So,
Vic said, because Mom's Basement is free to troll from.
correct.
Eating Domino's crumbs off a chest.
All on dial-up internet. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. So yeah, bro. Hey, we've been on for an hour, man. And of course, I would love to have you on for another hour, but I know you got so much stuff to do. You're busy, man. Anything we need to know about? Anything new coming out?
There'll be more new coming up. We just had a little bit of a lull in terms of like a lot of new things coming up, but things are ramping up, and so you'll be seeing more new here coming around. So
okay.
But as always, feel free to reach out to me if anybody sent emails tonight about one of the two different cruises or both cruises coming up. I'll get to you later tonight or tomorrow morning, and would love to be able to see you guys out there on either one or both. I'd like to know. Thank you, Dee. And I'm wondering, is anybody going on both cruises that you know of?
As far as I know, I heard there was a few of the lady collectors that are going on both.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you're getting some comments. RJ is legendary. Hold on, let me see.
Thank you. You guys are too sweet.
Hold on, where does it go? Hold on, there it go. Well, the chat's going by pretty quick though. There it go, right there. It's RJ is legendary.
Oh, thank you.
Great show, man. Thank you guys for being here in the chat, man. This is again, man. We want to have a format for us to have a voice on. That's the one thing that I know. There is very few people talking about Invicta product on YouTube, and when it is, I will say most of it is very negative. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll if they do talk about it in a good light, it's always the 1953 Pro Diver, which is an amazing Pro Diver. However, there are a lot of other watches, you have the Lupa, you got the Magnum, which again is a design that, I've never seen a watch built like this. Nowhere, bro. This watch that's a crazy watch, bro. So yeah, man. If you're new here, this is RJ, Ryan Johnson. You know what I'm saying? He's been an ambassador for Invicta for, is it 11 years now?
No, it'll be a full 13 in
13?
September. So,
13 years? Okay, man, I shortchanged you. So, yeah, RJ
has
been doing this for 13 years. Here, let me put your banner back up so people know. Invicta's #1 ambassador. You know what I'm saying? He is the stunt double for Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? Yes. And you can find him on Shop HQ. You can find him on Shop HQ. And he also, and I believe you still have some of your videos up on YouTube. The toolkit video is up. I saw that when you had longer hair and you were telling us how.
And the brown sweater.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. You were such a Boy Scout in that. And you were telling us how to size our watches and stuff like that. So you do have some instructional videos out. Yeah. So if you guys, you can find them Invicta Ryan. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram. Give them a follow.
Thank you.
After this video is aired, once it's done, every watch that I showcase, you'll be able to just grab all that stuff. You'll be able to go on to his Facebook, his Instagram, give him a follow. And then also Jen Vic, her stuff will be, I know she's not here tonight, but she's another representative of Shop HQ. And great sources, man. If you haven't tuned in, you'll love it. You'll learn something. Very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. So
all right. Thank you so much, brother. Just give me a holler. I'd love to come on anytime.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. You get to Brad Pitt is leaving the building. So thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Much love. Everybody, you already know what it is. To the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you.